Hello guys, WeatherTech here. So, as I was saying the year review video, let's try to record this again. So, my experience with group rides and doing them with a 125. First of all, forget highway. You will probably be asked to leave a group ride on the highway, and I'm saying this because you need a highway to go to the to do a group ride, and if you go on the highway with more motorcycles, the slowest one usually goes first because it sets the pace for everybody. So if you can avoid it, great. If you don't, be aware that you will probably be the hold up. Luckily, my bike has the ability to reach the legal speed limit, so most people won't complain about following the rules on the group ride. If they complain, maybe you should try to get another group of people to ride with you. That's the first big one out of the gate. Second one, do not do group rides unless you're pretty comfortable with the bike. There's something always unexpected that happens. Someone breaks, something gets in the way, and you need to be able to act predictably and to know what to do with the bike. If you don't, you may cause an accident and maybe involve another motorcyclist besides yourself. So do not do it unless you are pretty comfortable with the bike already and you feel great doing long rides. And that is a good segue into the next part. Guys, I don't care, unless you commute every day, you will need an iron butt. And I say this with the most comfortable bike ever. If you ride like I did, and we always leave early in the morning and come back at night, and it's like 8 hours on the bike, and 8 hours. It's an 8-hour trip with like 6 hours on the bike, 3 hours to go to the place and 3 hours back, and 3 hours in the saddle straight. It kills you. It absolutely kills you, especially because normally on a group ride and on a same group ride you don't go insane speeds, so you will be pretty stationary in the bike, watching the distance between you and your fellow riders and nothing else. It's not for everyone. I find them appealing. It's great to know new roads and to have fun and to share bike stories is awesome, but you need to have patience and you need to train up your long rides. If you commute every day, normally you are pretty tolerable, but if you don't and you do it for the first time, prepare to be miserable in the second half. Then let's go to the etiquette. I will link in the description a PDF from the and I hope that doesn't rain. This is the first day of not raining in Portugal and it already rained. So let's see. And that's the main reason I don't have GPS data today, because the GPS controller is not waterproof and I didn't want to risk it. I'm only risking the cameras because there should be no rain, and as such I'm keeping to low speeds and I don't think that it will rain intensely, and the cameras will be okay in a splash. The problem is if it's intense rain plus the wind, it will probably break the waterproof seal. So back to the topic. So the rules. The MSF course in the United States has a PDF about group rides. I don't know why in Portugal or in European Union there's nothing about this. I don't think that the schools here are even oriented to multiple motorcycles riding together. They just train you for the road, and that's okay, but it should have the same guidelines, the same general principles, so people know how to ride. So first of all, you always ride staggered and you keep to your trajectory. If you change trajectories, remember that someone is behind you, and if you cut them off, they have less space to brake. The advantage of being staggered is that in an emergency situation, the rider that's behind you has an escape path if he doesn't see the same problems as you at the same time. So he can actually avoid you and still have enough distance to brake. That's the first rule. The second rule, and this one is something that I learned by riding with my group, it's the person in front is responsible for setting the pace, and the pace is the pace that the person behind them sets, and you do that to all the people. So basically, you put the slowest rides first, so the slower riders first behind the lead, and you put experienced people as a broom, that's the tail, and as a point man, and everything else in the middle, you don't pass people in order to keep everybody safe, and basically you just set the pace and watch for the people behind you. If they are slow, if you increase the gap to them, you slow down, and the person in front of you has to notice that you have slowed down and decreases his pace, and like that you can have pretty much everyone close enough to each other and not doing breakneck speeds. You don't break the group, everybody goes at his own pace, and they all have space to have fun and watch the scenery, because that's what most people want in a group ride, is to check new places, to see new places, to have a group of people that enjoy their passion and all watch the same thing. So that's pretty important. And now let's go back to the 1 to 5 topic. So I did 4 group rides last year, pretty spaced around the year, and all of them have at least 1 to 5. In most of them, that 1 to 5 was mine, but we also had a 50cc scooter that went up a mountain. That was hilarious. And we also have Chinese brands 1 to 5, so bikes that are more budget and don't have the max power of the A1 category. That's 15 horsepower. 15 horsepower. If you know Cleveland Moto Podcast, you know why I said horsepower. But basically, what did I learn? Basically, you can go on a group ride with anything. If with the right people, with the right mindset, even groms, whatever you want, you can go on the group ride. People will try to accommodate your speed. People will keep pace with you and allow a group ride to divide by groups. So faster bikes, heavier bikes can go ahead, and people don't tire a lot, and you have different groups of riders that climb the mountains with a similar CC in order to not keep up the group, stuff like that. It's always feasible. And what I can say about this bike has no problem, absolutely no problem in keeping up with anything in a twisty road. I kid you not, I could open gaps to people by pushing against GS, against most adventure bikes. That's a funny thing. Most of my group has adventure bikes, but I could easily keep up with most of the bikes on my group, and the only places where they can catch up with me are the straightaways. And why is that? Because I can keep more speed on the turns. This bike is more agile, so there's no excuse. I have a small bike, I cannot go in group rides. You can, just need to find the right people and do the right kind of roads. If the roads that you are doing are only straight speed roads, forget it. And I would say also forget that kind of group ride, because someone is going to get hurt. So twisty roads, safe roads, roads with a good scenery, that's what you want. And for that, a 125 is easy enough. The only problem that you will get, you will have, is when you come home. Boy, oh boy, does that slog. I think that I did a 2-hour highway, 2-hour more or less, almost 3 hours highway, and boy was that a bummer. Boy was I bored out of my mind. It was really something. As I said before, I don't recommend doing highways on the with a 125, but when the alternative is 5 hours from back roads or 3 hours with an highway, I just chose the highway and slog it off. So that's it, guys. That's my main considerations of group rides. I plan to do them this year also. We will see if I do it with the 125 or if I already have a new bike. I don't know if you can see, but we will soon reach the dam here, and oh god, watch out for dirty roads. This is the bad weather in Portugal. As you can see, the road is all dirty, and I'm taking pretty easy because of that. Let's see if you can see the dam. I don't think so, but the river is pretty full. You can see from one side to the other. This is crazy weather that we got here in Portugal. So back to my last thoughts. So as I was saying, I plan to do the group rides, to still do it. Even with a smaller bike, there's no problem. You just need to wake up a little bit earlier, take your time, and just go easy. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.